guys, getting ready for composting number 2 in the barn over here, doing that thing I love to do, picking up the horse poop, and there's always plenty of it from one day to the next. Lots and lots to clean up over here. So let's get some fresh manure, and then we'll head over to our composting site and get ready for kind of the next steps of composting. Now, I was hoping for rain today, and it sprinkled a little bit, but wasn't nearly what we needed in order to get that composting pile naturally wet. So we did hose it down a little bit, and we're gonna have to hose it down some more just to make sure it's nice and moist in there. I will tell you, it was overcast today, but when the sun came out about an hour ago, it's really hot already. So I think once we get the tarp on that pile, I do think it's gonna get really nice and hot in there, and I think we'll have some good composting. It might take us a little bit longer than we had originally planned because the tarp doesn't cover the entire thing. So, but if we keep it moist and we keep flipping it and getting the oxygen in, we should be okay. All right, so I've got a nice fresh pile over here, and we'll head over there right now and go see what's happening in the compost bin. Hey ladies, how are ya? Little mid-afternoon snack. Yep, there it goes. Your bed is clean. So I enjoyed talking to you guys in class this week, and it sounds like you took some really good notes on composting. Don't forget that your final project is to make a PowerPoint presentation about composting. So it's not supposed to be very long, maybe about 6 or 7 or 8 slides, but 1 slide for each step of composting. So when you think about and figure out how many steps there are and what those steps are for composting, then you're going to want to create 1 slide for each step, okay? All right, so first thing I'm going to do is add our new manure of the day. Going to roll that wheelbarrow all the way up to the top here. Dump it. Get rid of our wheelbarrow. And you can see I have our tarp ready to go. I'll show you when we get to pulling it over how I have it secured on the back side. I put cinder blocks back there to hold it down. And then on the front end, we'll put one of these long logs just to make sure it stays secure. And I also have some metal pins if we need to put those in. So I don't know if you can see it, but come on in and get a close-up look at our manure. I have goat manure here. You might be able to see it. Right there, I added it to the top. It's the little tiny pellets. And so we've got those. And then I want to go over also and grab the chicken manure. We did talk about chicken manure in that class and how acidic it was, how we do not want more than 10%. But let's go over and grab it because I cleaned some fresh chicken manure out tonight, and let's go grab it. Come on. Chicken's got a fresh, clean bed tonight, so we put some new bedding in there and cleaned out a bunch of chicken manure. So let's go add that to our pile. Chicken manure is by far the most acidic and the smelliest of all the farm animal poops. Definitely my least favorite. So I'm gonna scoop out some of this. We'll just put some of that chicken manure in our pile there. I don't want a ton of those shavings, but because again, that's our brown matter. Remember, that takes a long time to decompose. But look at all that chicken manure right there. Got that? Tasty. All right, we'll add that in there. There's another good pile, and we'll get one more good scoop out of here and add that to the pile, okay? All right, so I'm gonna turn this because you'll notice I've already moistened the top. So the top's already been moistened down with the hose. So I'm gonna flip it a little bit, get the bottom to the top, and then we will moisten it again, okay? And really gotta get down in there and get a good, nice flip. And you can already see how dry it is underneath compared to the top. So that dry bottom has got to come to the top, and then we got to wet that down. I think that because we have a lot of straw in here, that straw is going to take a while to decompose, and that is why I'm making a prediction that our composting process is going to be longer than the average 2 months. But let's just churn this and flip this up in here. Okay, all right, this is really dry over here. Okay, now that we've got that churned up, let me grab the hose.
Ooh.
And we'll go ahead and moisten that top part again. So go on over and get a closer look at the compost pile right now while it's being moistened. So this weekend I'm going to trim some of those palmetto leaves out of there to get them out of the way. Because I don't want anything to keep our tarp up. I would like for our tarp to completely seal the entire pile. Okay, good and moist. All right, so I'm going to come on up here, pull this tarp over. I made sure to wet the inside of the tarp because that's going to be a nice layer of moisture that when it gets really hot is just going to kind of steam up in there, and that'll be really great. So I'll pull this tarp over the top. You can see what I did on the back side there. In order to keep our tarp down, I just put 2 cinder blocks on the back side. And then over on this side, like I said, I'll probably have to clip those palmetto branches out. And then to make it really easy for me to be able to access our compost pile, I'm going to grab one of these logs. Here's an extra one over here. Let's grab this one, and we'll put this one on the end. This is a nice heavy log, and it'll be easy for me to remove when I need to work on the compost pile. And it'll hold it down and seal it pretty well. Okay, I'm gonna walk it, make sure we don't have a lot of air holes in there. And okay, so let's talk about what we did today. So today we got some new manure. We added to the pile 3 different types of manure today. We have goat, chicken, and horse in there. And we got our tarp set up, moistened the whole thing by wetting it down before, turning it, getting the bottom to the top, wetting that down so we have full moisture, wetting the inside top of the tarp, pulling the tarp over, sealing it up, and hoping for a nice hot day tomorrow. Okay, guys? So when you're doing your PowerPoint presentations, I want you to really think about what are those key important steps to composting, because you guys are helping me out with your research too. And we're gonna learn some things that we do right with this composting project, and we'll learn some things that we didn't do so right. And so we can fix those for next time, all right? Okay, so good luck to you guys on your PowerPoint presentations. I'll check in with you next week to see how things are going with another video for composting number 3 next time. All right, see you guys later.